All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third lightning talk of the Team and Culture track. My name's Shannon Winter. I'm MC for this track, and we're really excited that Brantley is here. So Brantley Essary is actually from our Austin office, and he is a developer, but before building web apps, he taught 7th grade math for a Title I school in Denver. So really cool, multi-talented. But without further ado, please welcome Brantley Essary to the stage.
Thanks. Had a little too much fun at Bash last night, so bear with me. You may not be familiar with HipChat's UX history, but it used to seem to me that it was designed by engineers kind of as they built it, like 100 kids building a Lego castle without instructions. Um, I'm Brantley Essary. I'm a developer on HipChat, so that's my crazy castle, and I love it. But let me show you all a conversation I had with a designer about a year ago while prepping all of these ideas and thoughts. I wanted to get some images to show off how dev-driven HipChat's UX had become. They told me just to screenshot the app. When I was interviewing at HipChat, I asked each of my interviewers to describe how they collaborate with designers. They all kind of just shrugged that question off. And I didn't think of it too much at the time, but after I joined, I realized that was everyone's answer to my question, even our designers. Collaboration between engineering and design was a mystery to everyone, so of course, HipChat's UX wouldn't be top-notch. We're turning this around, though. I'll cover how HipChat adjusted its culture to one fine-tuned for collaboration between design and development, and I'll provide actionable takeaways to adapt to your team's needs. So about a year ago, we released new native desktop apps for Mac, Mac, Windows, and Linux after years of application rewrites. We were finally being able to catch our breath and exit this startup mode. That's when we got curious and realized how this startup move fast mentality had affected our work. The following problems, sorry, I skipped ahead a little too early. The following problems were our biggest challenges in fostering effective collaboration. Most obvious to us were our roadmaps weren't in sync. The worst case scenario here is when your teams don't even know about each other's roadmaps or don't have them because they're planning sprint to sprint, which we ran into a couple times. When teams aren't aligned on how to reach goals, they slow each other down, deadlines aren't met, and effective collaboration becomes impossible. More generally, without visibility into what teams are working on or how they work, you won't even realize there's an issue until a deadline isn't met or there's a conflict. Without effective collaboration, eventually you'll have developers making their own designs. Some of you may understand the obvious issues with this, but a few developers, many developers, can get by pretty well when they need to. It's just that developers aren't designers for a reason. For example, on HipChat, a big issue that we'd run into many times when a developer would execute on their own designs were the cross-platform implications, when we needed experiences to be consistent from web to mobile to desktop. So what causes these issues? First, a lack of formal processes for collaboration. On our teams, we have a lot of people who are passionate about their applications, having a great user experience, and are pretty good about seeking out designers for their input. But too often, these interactions with designers would occur after development had already begun. There just weren't processes in place to keep designers in the loop. When waiting until after development, the designer is forced to become either a yes man or a blocker. At Atlassian, we build strong cultures of passionate people, and many of us are generalists. That's great strength for a team, but being a jack of all trades doesn't make you an expert at all of them. This collaboration gap and misunderstandings can lead to designers no longer being regarded as equal stakeholders. Eventually, they won't be invited to meetings, developers will stop reviewing work with them, regressions will start piling up, And then a new competitor with a fresh user experience will pop up out of nowhere. So I'm a front-end developer. At my previous job, nobody really understood what front-end development was, what user experience was. They weren't curious enough to find out either. To many of the back-end engineers, JavaScript was a swear word. This lack of curiosity eventually created a toxic environment of mistrust, and those teams lost valuable people. Beyond that, it led to very slow development of products that were really frustrating to use. So that's scary story time, but we can fix this. We implemented the following solutions on HipChat that can immediately help your teams to collaborate more effectively between development and design. First, keep everyone in the loop. Depending on however your team's processes dictate how planning is done, a planning meeting should share upcoming goals with everyone involved in achieving them. Planning meetings are most effective with all three major stakeholder roles: product management, design, and engineering. Make sure to have a representative of each in your planning meetings. Leverage your communication tools like Jira, Confluence, and HipChat, whatever you're using, to share your plan with everyone you collaborate with. Design review can be as simple as taking your laptop over to the designer's desk. I've heard the arguments against design review that it would decrease velocity. You wouldn't cut tech review. At worst, design review is going to keep you from shipping shit work. If you want to ship shit fast, you can ship shit fast. At best, design review gives you a well-thought-out solution to a challenging problem. Design review. It's great. We all want to build products that truly matter to our customers, products that delight while delivering value, and our customers expect it. A great product is built by a great team, and on a great team, members trust each other. They're curious to understand one another's strengths, and they use that understanding to optimize the way they work together. By maintaining a practiced curiosity, we establish a culture that maintains sustainable collaboration and great teamwork. To summarize, keep everyone in the loop by planning with all major stakeholders: product, design, and engineering. If not everybody's on the same page, eventually they'll be on a different book. Share your team's plan with everyone you collaborate with. Collaborators shouldn't be left in the dark about upcoming work and recent changes. Review work with designers before, during, and after development. You don't want engineers going rogue with user experience. It can get ugly, like literally ugly. Curiosity is at the center of this. Get curious. Ask questions like, has a designer seen this? Or is the design team ready for us to work on this sprint? Nothing is more rewarding than sharing the adventure of building a great product on a great team. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brantley. That was great. We don't have time for Q&A, but I'm sure that if you want to go outside, Brantley can chat with you for a little bit. But I'll give you about a minute back so you can run to your next one. Thank you for coming.